Hello, child of God. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the giving page. I wanted to just share a very short message with you with regards to giving. You know, the system that God has used to rob us from our greed was giving. Giving is an act of love, but it's also an act of service. And so the question is, why do we give? Well, firstly, we give because God has given us. He first blessed us. And now, because we have been blessed, we say thank you for that blessing and we return a gift unto Him. The Bible speaks about tithing, that's giving 10% of your income. The Bible speaks about sowing and reaping, and that is as God moves in your heart to give, you give freely. The Bible speaks about offerings. So we give in the form of money, but we also give our time, we also give our labor, we also give our energy. Giving money is very specific because money allows us to have the ministry function that we're serving under. That ministry has different kind of commitments and responsibilities. It has to pay for the rent, it has to pay salaries for the full-time staff, it has to pay for maintenance, and it has to purchase equipment, to buy electricity, so many different things that's going on. I want you to imagine what it's like to run a business, a company. It's exactly the same with a ministry, except our business is a kingdom business. And the purpose of a church is to preach, to teach, to heal, and deliver. And so God designed giving as a way for you and I to partner with Him to make sure that the ministry can operate. If you look at Genesis chapter 14, from verses 17 to verses 20, the Bible says that Melchizedek, the king of Salem, comes to Abraham and blesses Abraham. And Abram, when he receives the word of the Lord, the spoken blessing, he then takes 10% of everything that he has and he gives it to God. This is very powerful to understand. So I want to share a testimony with you very briefly. When our daughter was born about 9 years ago, we had to make a decision. Are we going to tithe? Are we going to give 10% of what we had, which was all we had left at that moment, partially because of bad financial management. But the point is, that's all we had left. If we're going to give that money to God, or we're going to spend that money buying milk and nappies and all the things that we needed. It was a very hard decision, but we decided to trust God, and we took that money and we tithed that money. And the amazing thing that happened is that very week, when we tithed and we had nothing, we had no petrol in the car, we literally had nothing when our baby was born. This is what happened. The milk in the bottle, she was an S26 Aspen, if I remember that correctly, never finished. The milk stayed at the same level. It was like the miracle with the woman with the oil that was pouring out oil and it didn't finish. So the milk never finished, the nappies never finished, and miraculously we got through that week and we saw the hand of God like we've never seen the hand of God before. And then we also had people that came and just came and bless us. God just sent people in our lives to bless us and to make sure that we have all that we need. So thank you so much for listening to this message. God bless you, and I hope that you put your trust and your faith in God with your giving. Thank you.